seeing John on 6, the fast tracking, I think you need to have a discussion with him because he's now committee. Or how would we go about having to fast track this according to Rule 216?
That's fine. I think our understanding is that the bill has to be tabled.
Sorry.
Thank you. So what we should then do is when that bill gets tabled, we must bring the issue up. So we try and find a way. By the time we get there, we should already be having a sense as to what we want to do with it. All right. Any other comments, honorable members?
Yes, Chair.
Yes, please.
Yes, sir. I've put up my hand.
Who's got a hand up there?
Kathy. Yes.
All right, please proceed. Can we wait a bit?
Thank you very much.
Please proceed.
Thank you. So my proposal would be to, from your side as the chair, maybe stay in contact with the minister to find out if the bill will be in Parliament with our committee in February, like he said, to get that timeline and to keep a tight control of that, because that will sort of determine the rest of our program. Because at this moment, the few things that I would like to say is we know that we start off with the SONA, and before SONA, we most probably will have a week that we can put in anything that we want on the program, and then the SONA, and then it would be the budget and the strategic plan of the departments that we will have to work through and the budget process. But also we have the IMSI bill. If the coalition bill is going to come to us in February, we will have to make a decision in the committee if we're going to do two bills at the same time, or if we schedule to start now with the IMSI bill or in the beginning of the year with the public hearings and so on, and then along comes the coalition bill, say for instance in March or April. How are we going to do that? And then the rest of the oversight on the municipalities, I would really like us for Shireen and whoever needs to be assisted with that. And if the committee has to have a meeting to do so, then we have to have a meeting to do so. To compare the costs between taking the whole committee to a specific province, seeing all the municipalities versus working through the provinces, take a pick of the worst performing municipalities, the middle performing municipalities, and maybe a good municipality, and the cost of bringing the municipalities to us in Parliament, because we still have a budget. We had this problem with the budget in this year. I don't think the chair of chairs and or the speaker will be lenient towards this committee again in the way they had been in the past year. So we will have to manage our budget versus what we plan to do and still do the necessary and the important things that we do. That would be my 2 cents. Thank you, Chair.
Yeah, you're almost ready to be promoted to be Deputy Chief Whip. The way you have the whole program at your fingertips. I think we should therefore keep all of those activities in mind, because that's what's going to impact on what we can do next year. I agree with you. We tried a lot of our charm this year. I don't think we'll find it easy. We discussed this issue with the chairs of chairs meeting led by the speaker and the House chairperson. And we did make a point that a lot of flexibility is needed, although we do appreciate what was done this year around, because it was a pioneering approach of a joint oversight. it might still be important for us to proceed with it as a standard way of doing it. So they need to think about budgeting differently for it. We also indicated the pressure that we have on moving around various municipalities, that it's not necessarily the same with the rest of the other committees. But I think that's how far we can advance our case. The rest is going to be the reality that we actually overran our budget. Were it not for the sympathetic approach, we really wouldn't have had much of an argument to put on this matter. But we need to therefore plan differently and try and be as prudent with the way we manage our expenditure as possible. We'll still need to negotiate a bit of lenience in the budget. So let's look at all of this. And if we are organized, it's easy to make a case. But if we are not, then of course, it's like we're taking our chances there. So I think we'll note all of your comments, and then we will try and refine the program. And especially for purposes of budgeting, it's going to be an impossible task here. The issues are going to require, especially the issue of public hearings, because that's where we got struck down. And I did raise the point that the public hearings are a cost that we can't ignore. And if we look at what happened, that's where the bill was struck. It might happen again next time. So we need to be assisted there. Thank you very much. Yes, Honourable Francis?
Thank you, Chairperson. I did read, I'm aware that the Speaker's office is actually in charge of settling the bill for any public hearings relating to bills. So that doesn't come out.
No, thank you very much. It is true, but nevertheless, we need to be organized, because we still need to use that to access the Speaker to give us the support. But thank you very much for that comment. Any other comments, Kalipi?
No, thanks, Chair. I think I agree with the approach they gave us. Suffice to say that, Chair, I propose that the outstanding matter on postmortem, Tuesday, 13th of January, we are all expected to be here in Parliament. It's a program of Parliament. We've agreed this program of Parliament that because of the statement that was done by the Minister of Finance very late, so we have to come back early on 13th of January for 1 day to finish the issues of money bills. So I propose, if on the next day, which is Wednesday, if you can dispose with that matter, so we can clear the air in terms of the postmortem that I propose. And I agree with earlier statement that was made by Honorable Evanze to say members, if they committed themselves. So it's very disturbing on the last minute, people are not coming. Because we took a decision that this meeting must be in person, and as a result, only 3 of us are here. That is number one. Number two, in terms of the program, where Sharon is saying it's difficult to populate our program because the parliamentary program is not ready. It was supposed to be a joint meeting with the of AA and NSOP last week on Thursday. So NSOP was busy. So I'm sure it's going to take place this coming Thursday. The joint meeting where we must agree together with the NSOP how is the program going to be looking for next day. On top of what is being tabled here, Chair, I think we must be able not to forget to make tracks of other matters, such as the site visits, oversight visits that we took place. For instance, the one of RPM, I think is part of ad hoc and Madana Commission. So as a committee, we must be able to have a follow-up on those things. How did we close those issues whereby we visited the community? So we must not leave other matters hanging and not knowing what is happening. And also, Chair, as I agree with you, other provinces have not been touched. So we need to have a sense, if we open next day, how is our plan and how are we organizing ourselves to also visit all other provinces or all other provinces, whether physically or through the new system that you are using. Because according to this program, there are some, I think we have not even gone to Mpumalanga or Limpopo from the top of my head. So it's very important to have other provinces line up, and then we can have a proper planning in terms of how are we going to manage all of this. I know it's very difficult. If Chair will remember very well, I even said on the previous administration or previous term, we also had some very late meetings because they had to cover it. It's not possible if we're going to consider only during the day from 9 to 1. And then we think that we are going to get complaints from people. Because the more the committee is engaging with municipalities, people get an interest to remember the issue of Free State. Everyone was up on online, even in Gauteng. So if we are not going to tap to their provinces, they are going to raise some concerns to say, country, what is happening? Why Gauteng does not come to our provinces or engage with our provinces? Thanks.
No, thank you very much. Let's look at that date and firm it up, and then send a notice early, and then ask all members to be present on that day. And that we must declare it a 3-line whip, so that we're saying no one must have an excuse. But if there's someone who's sick, we'll send an ambulance to bring them here. So I'm saying, let's say to members, we confirm it now, that meeting will happen on the date. Then it's a 3-line whip. People are not allowed to be absent. And even if you're in hospital, we'll send an ambulance.
Oh.
Then at least everyone understands that we don't have lots of options. Then we can try and populate the program with the rest of the dates after that. But your advice is helpful. Any other comments? Your issue around RBM, I was actually surprised the way it was coming out, because none of that had actually featured in the discussions we had. The matter is obviously a lot more complex than we were focusing. Maybe what we need in the program is to request a joint meeting with the portfolio committee on mineral resources, addressed by the minister or department of DMR on the issues, so that we can then share with them our reports and ask them to share their reports, and to look at where is this thing. We were supposed to have gone with the Honorable Mika Maule who the chairperson. Something came up last minute and he ended up not joining us. But we can actually meet here and talk about it. I'm not sure if there'll be enough time on the day that's set, but we could certainly take a chance and see whether they might be available. There are a few other issues that we have to also follow on our correspondence to make sure things don't fall off the cracks. So let's do that on the side so that the meeting can take care of some of those issues. Otherwise, then that gives us an outline of things that we must give attention to next year. Is there anything else? All right. Shirin, Andile, anything? Janja? Any issues left out? All right. All right. Oh, there's an invitation, yes, to the Demarcation Board event. What date did you say? Oh, yes, I will not be able to attend. We need to delegate someone. And normally when you delegate, you start with the youngest.
Direko, yeah.
Direko.
The youngest.
Direko is younger than you. Got out. Okay. I was actually looking at this young guy.
Yes, so, to interfere with you. I want to understand the invitation person. I don't question the invitation, it's very quite clear they are handing over to IEC. That we had IEC in a joint meeting in Home Affairs. My question is that, Chair, when they came, the Demarcation Board to brief the committee, there were outstanding issues that were never clarified. So do you have a report, maybe that is an updated report? For instance, you remember I raised the issue of a particular victim in 153 who was appearing in 152. So if we are going to attend for, okay, the IECs did mention that there are other issues that are in court, but they have to proceed because we need to have elections next year. But my question is, do we have a JOS report from the Demarcation Board that you can have a look at it and also maybe take it to our constituency before they hand over reports that is going to be done on the 10th?
We can just check if they have any report that you can share with our constituency beforehand. It can be done after, if maybe they don't have, but let's request for it. The invitation, though, is not linked to any of that. Even if we can have a nice invitation to go there, we still have the responsibility to follow the issues up. So let's just keep them separate. But I did ask that we must look at inviting members for some of these ceremonial, some of these public events. You really don't need one person there, but if we can have more members of the committee, it's helpful. And so we'll see who is available, and those who confirm will then use that to confirm. I am aware of a number of people who may not be able to attend, but we'll leave you to manage that issue as administration. All right. Any other comments? All right. This is our last meeting. Yes. Well, can all those members out there open up their screens now so we can see everybody? Honorable members on the virtual platform, can we see your faces? Dabezeta. Okay, we got an extra smile there. Thanks, Fancy. Honorable Mtolo. Yes, thank you very much. Honorable
So
Francis.
I've just joined you now, Chair. Catch off.
No, that's fine. We just want to make sure everyone is visible. Honorable
I'm
members.
here.
Yes, Honorable Francis and Honorable Sompa, please smile.
And Van Vick.
Thank you.
I'm here, Van Vick.
Did I call you Francis?
Always. If not saying, then it's Van Sale.
These vans can really sort out my tongue. All right. No, thank you very much. Honorable members, just want to say thank you very much. It's been a hectic year. It's been a lovely year. And let's say thank you to all of you for the work that you have put in for the committee. Thank you for the spirit that you have actually continued to uphold of a strong parliamentary bloc that is out there to act as champion of our people, focusing on issues of service delivery in an nonpartisan manner that is befitting for public representatives. We've been through a lot, and there have been lots of challenges. There's been lots of hard work. And in some instances, I think we've been very over-enthusiastic and went beyond what should have really been done. I do accept that the members have been put through quite a lot of inconvenience sometimes. I want to apologize for that, but I want to appreciate the fact that you've been always there supportive, even though things were getting a little tricky for the committee. I hope we can plan better this year, the next session, in the next session, so that we can be a little bit more structured and focused, and therefore also less inconveniencing on our program. But of course, things do fall out of crack sometimes, and things can be a little bit, uncomfortable. But we really want to try our best. But I want to say thank you very much. Personally, as the chairperson, I felt your support, and I want to say, take some time, try and rest. I know that when we close here, we're handing you over to your political parties that may not really see that this is time for relaxing. Nevertheless, they know better. So we just want to wish you well, and we hope that you'll have some time with your families, with your loved ones, with your friends. Take some time to relax and refresh. Certainly, I must tell you that I've enjoyed working with this committee. The energy, the ideas, the enthusiasm, the robustness. I really feel that this committee has done very well. Of course, if I may say so myself, I think the committee has done very well. In other words, I don't feel in any way that this committee has kind of disappointed my expectations. So I want to say thank you to you for all of that. Everything of the best, and we wish you a happy Christmas and a happy New Year and everything of the best for your families. Please come back refreshed and enjoy yourselves and look after your health. Your health is a first investment for all of us, and we hope really that you'll come back more enthused and more rejuvenated. And we want to welcome back also Honorable Daibosh out of the serious operations. But if there's space for us to attend to our health, if we use operation, please take that as first priority. More than anything, your health is a lot more important for this committee than anything else, because your contribution is valuable. So thank you very much, members. Can I, before I close, if there's anyone else who wish to make any comments so that we can close at this point?
Yes, Chair, may I just say something?
Please proceed, Ngozi.
Kabazela, I'm sure I'm speaking on behalf of the team. I'm not. You might call it self-appointed, but I will take it. Where I would like to really thank you profusely for the way you have run this committee, because any committee is good as the chairman, no matter how one looks at it. Also, to hold it together, and at times when there's the emotions can get frayed, and all that is a responsibility of the chairman, that you are at every given time, he pulls all of us together as a committee so that we move in the same direction. You've given room for people to express their sentiments freely, and you've really promoted consensus. So really, in terms of sharing as well, I think we are fortunate to have you as a chairman playing that role as capably as you've done. So you go also and enjoy time with your family, and you also look after your health and come back stronger than this year. Thank you so much, Kabazela.
That was it. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for those very kind words, and certainly I do appreciate. And so for the rest of the team, I also want to say I really feel that I've been very well taken care of by this committee. And to the administration, Sherin, your team, thank you very much for all the work that we've had to do. And all the other members supporting from the parliamentary staff, thank to all of us. At this point, wish you everything of the best for the rest of the year. Stay safe and come back healthy and stronger next year. Then at this point, this meeting is adjourned. Meeting adjourned. Everything of the best to all of you. Bye.
Chairperson, thank you very much.
Thank you
very much, Colin. Happy
Thank you.
Christmas.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
That's
Thank you.
Thank you.
Meeting closed. Thank you.
why we're waiting.